Hello everybody! Today we're in East Windsor, Connecticut to check out the Connecticut Trolley Museum. So we're just checking out the sign out front and we're just going to walk back in through the main entrance and check out what they have going on here. This road next to us is Route 140. Interstate 91's just up the road a couple miles, and that's the direction we came in from. As we come inside the main gate here, this area is the trolley station out here by the road. So there's that covered shelter where people can wait for the trolley, and then there's this vintage or period looking building here, and this is for the employees to manage the trolley ride here. And then if you look straight up the line there, that is the route that the trolley ride will take, straight out there. And that is a 3-mile round trip, about 1.5 miles out, 1.5 miles back. And then you'll see that green shed back there. That's where the trolleys are stored, and they swing around here and pick up the passengers before continuing on the trolley ride. This front lawn area that we're walking across right now is called the courtyard, and it has things like picnic tables, a toy train for the kids to climb over. It has a mural that not only is a nice piece of artwork done by a local artist, but it also serves as a nice photo op. Let's head inside the main facility. This facility is known as the Teresili Bertinusen Visitor Center. Now, the Visitor Center name looks like it could be pronounced a couple of different ways. Perhaps it's Teresili Bertinusen Center. I'm not really sure. Maybe in the comments somebody can correct me, but this is the main Visitor Center. The Visitor Center should be your first stop when you arrive. The ticket window is just inside the gift shop. Also accessible from the Visitor Center lobby is the exhibit hall, the movie theater where they play a nice movie about the history of trolleys, but there's also the bathrooms, and there are also some vending machines here. Let's go grab our tickets and check out the gift shop. The price of admission covers the main exhibit hall, your trolley ride, and the Connecticut Fire Museum out back, which was kind of an added bonus. As far as the price of admission goes, as of this video, it's $13 for adults, $12 for seniors, $12 for youths.
Did you say Utes?
Ages 12 to 17, $9 for children ages 2 to 11, and free to children under 2. As far as the hours go, you might want to check out the website because they do vary by the time of the year. The museum also has seasonal events. A couple examples of those would be the Pumpkin Patch Trolley, Winterfest Tunnel of Lights, Winterfest Santa Visit, and the Winterfest Gala. You want to check the websites for prices on those special events. Off the lobby and through these doors, we'll be entering the museum's exhibit hall. In here are about 8 pieces of rolling stock, including a bobber caboose and a General Electric 1894 steeple cab locomotive. In addition to the rolling stock, there are lots of exhibits around the periphery of the hall, including scale models, trolley-related signage, a trolley pole and its parts, various types of fare boxes, and other things. The exhibit hall also has lots of activities for kids. We're not going to film those directly for privacy reasons, but you may catch some of the activities in the background. Just know that there are plenty of activities for kids here at the Connecticut Trolley Museum. Alright, let's walk around and check out what they have here in the exhibit hall, and then we'll catch you on the other side.
No. Are you gonna be next?
Oh, no problem. The museum also has a theater, and on the day we visited, it was playing a documentary on the history of trolleys, reminiscent of the type of documentary you might have seen on the History Channel back in its heyday.
During the growth years, the concentration was on developing greater capacity. Cars got bigger, sometimes much bigger.
Before we catch our trolley, let's talk about this structure right here. But first, let's get a better angle. From a historical perspective, we have to talk about this sheltery-looking structure right here called the Aisle of Safety. In the early 1900s, pedestrians, especially in cities, shared the street cluttered with traffic from automobiles, trolley cars, horse and buggies, and bicycles. A person literally took their life in their hands navigating this utter mayhem, especially in busy intersections. In Hartford, here in Connecticut, they came up with the idea of creating this Aisle of Safety. This Aisle of Safety was essentially a raised platform with a roof supported by steel posts to keep people safe while waiting for the trolley. While there were earlier iterations, it was completed in the form you see here in 1913. So while this structure looks like it was built as part of the Trolley Museum's campus to keep people dry or out of the sun while waiting for their trolley ride, it is the actual restored Aisle of Safety that served the public in Hartford State House Square until 1976. The museum acquired it in 1988, and it was fully restored to the state you see it here in 2019. Think of all the people this structure sheltered since 1913. The trolley ride at the museum is an out-and-back configuration for a total of 3 miles. A mile and a half out and a mile and a half back for a total of about 30 minutes. We're going to be riding on the Fairhaven and Westville Railroad Company number 355 trolley today. All told, I believe the museum has about 6 operating pieces of rolling stock. This 15-bench open-air trolley was built by the J.G. Brill Company of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania in 1902. Now, if we know anything about railroads, They change ownership a lot over the years because these companies were constantly restructuring, merging, acquiring, subletting, you name it. And it was no different with these trolley lines. The Fairhaven and Westville Railroad Company was conveyed to the Consolidated Railway, which in turn was merged with the New Haven Railroad. And eventually the streetcar services were run by the Connecticut Company. Railroad companies in general were in constant evolution. So, the Connecticut Company was made up of a lot of other companies, and the trolleys needed to be renumbered to put some order to the chaos. As a result, our trolley number 355 was renumbered to number 663 and then ran on the New Haven division for quite a few years. It served right through World War II because the New Haven division hadn't quite rolled over to buses by the start of the war. But the buses did eventually push the trolleys into retirement, and our trolley here was retired in 1948. It was also acquired by the museum in 1948. Once acquired by the museum, the different parts of the restoration took decades. But when it was all said and done, our trolley was decorated with its original operator and number, the Fairhaven and Westville Railroad Company number 355.
On the running board, and you can as people on the road. Remember I said there's 600 volts up there? Yeah. That was before the day.
Included with your price of admission to the Connecticut Trolley Museum is the Connecticut Fire Museum, located here behind the Trolley Museum's Visitor Center. This building also houses the Connecticut Motor Coach Museum. Inside this building are about 15 antique fire trucks from as early as 1923, plus a couple of motor coaches, or buses. In addition to the fire trucks and motor coaches, there are other fire service related artifacts on display to check out as well. I'm not a fire apparatus historian, so we'll just go through the exhibit, show you the buses and fire trucks so you can see what they have here, and we'll catch you on the other side. The building we're approaching now is the Kelly Barn. This is where the operating trolley cars are stored. I was talking to one of the employees earlier, and he was telling me that they have 5 operating trolleys right now. They may do other things in this shed, like some maintenance and other restoration type projects, but my understanding is that this is where they keep the operational trolleys that are used day to day for the trolley ride portion of your visit. Way out back there, you'll see a couple of sheds that look like they might be used for more hardcore maintenance and maybe restoration. You can see a few trolleys back there too in various stages of repair. I don't think we're allowed back there, and I don't want to take it upon myself to go somewhere we're not supposed to be. But anyway, there's a look at some of those other facilities. If you look at the museum's collection on their website, there are many more pieces than we saw in the public areas. I suspect there are more pieces from the collection back there waiting to be restored to their former glory. So in the end, was the Connecticut Trolley Museum worth it? Of course it was. It's a heritage railway, so all the static exhibits and displays and the informative movie, along with the trolley ride itself, are all part of our collective history, and we should learn about it and experience it. And to us, nothing is more interesting from a historical perspective than the history of transportation. Count on about 2 or 3 hours for your visit, and that includes all of the static exhibits, the trolley ride, and the Connecticut Fire Museum. And I may not have mentioned it, but parking is free. But before you leave, visit that gift shop, buy a t-shirt, buy a hat, support the museum. Well, that's going to do it for us here at the Connecticut Trolley Museum in East Windsor, Connecticut. We hope you enjoyed the museum as much as we did, and we'll see you in the next video.